Hello, it's Tom from RV Travel and Living. Today we're going to talk about something that we run across sometimes as traveling in an RV. And people have asked me this: do you have this problem that's happened to you? Are you finding yourself with this particular problem? So today we're going to talk about traveling in an RV and the pitfalls. So we're going to talk about this briefly today. We're going to talk about this today. There are some pitfalls that you have to think about. Right now, during this gas crisis, having an RV can be very stressful. I went through this back in, well, as you know, we've always had some type of once or twice a year there for a few years. Just right before 6 years ago when I first came here. And that would be 2000, what would that be, 16, 17? We had some gas problems. Finding fuel, getting fuel. Prices did get up around $5-6 a gallon where I was at. So at that time, I didn't have an RV, but I did have vehicles that I had to fill up constantly. But something that you have to be aware of, it's like anything else. You're going to have those pitfalls that happen to you. Right now, people are saying, okay, I'm selling my RV because I can get good money for it now, and I'm going to buy an upgrade. Or they're saying, okay, now's the time that I can buy a good RV because people are selling them. There are opportunities out there to buy an RV right now. You can get them at a good price because what they're doing, they're selling them because the fuel prices have increased so much. And people are saying, I'm not going to do it no more. I'm not driving up down the highway no more because fuel. Well, sometimes if you just stay there and hang into it, you're going to find that it might be easier for you. Just go ahead and just keep it and kind of wait it out. If you have an RV, a lot of times too, you're not going to get the money that you paid for your RV. A lot of people have RV and they're in it for 20, 30, 40 years. Yeah, they're in it for a long time. And when you buy something, sometimes that's what you have to think about: the life of the RV. Is it going to be well? Is it going to be in good shape in 20 years? That's something that I thought about. But as you know, it's a vehicle on wheels. It is a mobile home going down the road. It really is, and so you can fix a lot of that up. I have a friend that's actually what he's doing. He's tearing his down now and gutting it out, and I mean gutting it out completely. And he's going to rewire it. He's going to put all new stuff in, all new appliances, all new furniture, all new everything. Because what happened, he found out that he had mold in it. Mold had gotten into the black mold. So you have to cut that thing out and get rid of all that stuff. And all that, it's got to be treated inside. And then you can treat it, of course, with special paints and things like that and get rid of that mold. But these days, that's something also you're going to find too. Depending on where you're traveling, you're going to have mold that's going to be into your RV sometimes. Because if you're traveling up north, it's more of it's a wet, drier heat than it is in the south because of humidity. Then you go out west, you're going to find it's really dry out there. And so people that come from Florida and then go out west, and they find that sometimes mold is developing around the showers and developing around the top of the walls and ceilings. And the reason why is they don't have a correct ventilation. So that's something that's another pitfall about that. Some of the RVs really don't have adequate fans. And either the skylights. Now, some of the older models had the flip-up skylights. I don't like those things. They flip up and then they close down, and then it always leaks. But there are ways to fix those, and you can put a permanent one in there that makes it nicer. We had a guy one time at an RV park that had mold in his, and he didn't realize it till he got to the park, and another RVer pointed it out to him. So we took the vehicle off site because they won't allow you to do anything on site there. Of course, it's understandable. We took it off site, and I helped him along, and about 5 of us got together and we gutted out that whole area that he had the mold in and completely repainted with some kills, mold killer, and got rid of that stuff with some good bleach and stuff, and repainted it and got it all squared away and looked brand new. It was really nice, and until this day, he's still using the same bathroom, same area that had so much mold in it. And it was because he said, I traveled from up north of Florida. It was really rainy and snowy and everything else. Got to Florida, really humid, and it's raining time. It rains every day there, depending on summer months. And then he drives it out west, and apparently he had a small leak or something. He wasn't really quite sure. But another pitfall too is not being prepared. You have to be prepared to, when you're traveling up down the highway, make sure that you boondock, if you're boondocking, or if you're booking things, make sure you book those 3, 4, 5 months in advance, because if you don't, you're not gonna get a spot. Some are longer than that, some are 6 months. But to also have a plan B and a plan C. If the plan B doesn't work out, if you can't, listen, you can always boondock. It's just all there is to it. You can always boondock wherever you're at in the country. There is a place somewhere that you can boondock. If it's not BLM land, there's somewhere you can get past the 1, 2, 3 weeks or a month or so until you can get back in that park or whatever you're trying to do. Let's face it, a lot of people only stay 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Some stay 3, 4 months in a park. In Florida, for example, they come to Florida, they stay 3, 4 months at a time, which is nice and it's understandable because you have that time you can spend there, and then you go back up north for the cold winter months. And they already have that pre-booked every year, so they know that they're coming, and they already, in some cases, they pay for it up front. They pay for it. Says, listen, I'll be here next year. Here's deposit. Here's $1,000. So, and they just plan for it, and hopefully no sickness and things like that happen. I talked to a guy one time. That's what he does. He pre-books his in Daytona at the International RV Park, and he just prepays $1,000 as a deposit. Hold it until, and if I'm not coming, I know I lose $1,000, but if I'm coming, put that toward what I'm going to be staying there for 3, 4, 5 months. But they make them deals because it's Daytona Bike Week, all the things, the race, NASCAR, a lot of stuff going on there all the time, as you guys know. So another pitfall in having an RV is the maintenance. It's going to hit you up with the maintenance, maintenance of your tires, the wear and tear of the motor and vehicle, like that. I decided to do this video because people were asking me, tell us some pitfalls. And it's like anything else. If it's a well-maintained vehicle, it's going to last. If you see there's a problem, fix it. If oil's not being changed or something that mechanical, if you see that the battery is lugging out on you, it's very slow, buy a new battery. If you see that the tire's not looking well, buy a new tire. You don't have to get all new tires, buy a tire. Just make sure you rotate the tires, put the good ones, and make sure the good ones are always on the front, and then rotate the tires accordingly. Depending on your RV. A lot of guys out there nowadays are not prepared when they have pulling a fifth wheel. They're not prepared that you always have to maintain and watch those tires, because they run out really fast on those fifth wheels. They just really do. Even though the tread looks good on them, you have to really keep an eye on those. And in Florida especially, they have so many RVers coming down, and proper tire inflation makes a difference. There's so many avenues in that. But mechanical breakdowns will deter you from making your vacation happy or not. Also, when you're driving, and I always used to do this, and I always made it fun, is pull off frequently. Pull off, have breakfast. Pull off, have fun. I don't care if it's at a rest stop. I don't care if it's off the side of the road. Pull off and go down the road a couple of miles. Pull off in a little area, have your breakfast, do whatever, come back on the interstate, have fun, enjoy yourself. It's about having fun. People put so much stress on, I got to get there, I got to get there, I got to get there. And then when they get there, they're so tired they don't really get to enjoy it because they didn't enjoy it on the way down. Take time. If you know you got to be there by, say, today is Wednesday. Just say today's Wednesday. And you know you got to be there Saturday. Leave a day early. Enjoy yourself going down. Make 3, 4, 5 stops. Maybe boondock a little. Maybe not. Maybe just pull off the road and enjoy a park somewhere. Maybe just enjoy your life doing that. So many, it's like point A to point B, done. Point B to point C, done. Done. Okay, we're here. Don't do it. Enjoy yourself. I know this video is getting long. It's already at 9 minutes. But I want to thank everybody always watching our videos. And thanks so much for always coming on our channel. God bless everybody. And I'll see you guys next time.